Hi, I'm Chad Chiniquy, and I want to thank you for being here today. I also want to congratulate you for taking this next important step in your real estate career. We have a lot to teach you today, so I hope you came prepared to learn. Not too long ago, I was fortunate enough to be asked to do a couple of national television interviews, including a chance to sit down with best-selling author Mark Victor Hansen, you know, the Chicken Soup for the Soul guy. Here are a couple highlights from a few of those conversations.
His name is Chad Chiniquy, just like your shin and a key. That's how he taught me his name, and I welcome Chad. Welcome to our show.
Thanks, Mark.
Tell me, you have done so well in this, and you've come from the other side of scratch. How many kids were in your family when you were little?
Well, my parents had 5 children.
That's all?
No, well, yeah, that's all, but then they adopted 9 more.
Wait a second, 5 and 9 adds up to?
Yeah, it's 14. So I didn't own a new article of clothing until I was like 14, 15 years old, and I bought it myself with my paper route money. So, yeah, it was tough, but, you know, you learn from it and you move on.
Well,
yeah.
What is the right piece of real estate?
Now, a lot of people just think that when you're going to buy a piece of property, you're going to buy a foreclosure, that you just drive down the road, there's this huge sign out front. It says, I'm a foreclosure, buy me today, make tons of money. And that's not really how it works. I tell people this, there's 3 critical components. First and foremost, you need to find the right property. You need to price them, and then you need to profit from them. And it's a real simple step-by-step plan. It is very, very simple. I have created a formula that is so easy to follow that if you go out and you find the right piece of property and then you price it, you can profit from it. And this can be done in an extremely short period of time. It doesn't have to take 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. It's 30 days or less is when you can go out and you can start making money immediately.
Warren Buffett just told me only 2 parts to business. One is get a sustainable business. Real estate is sustainable. Everyone's going to need a house to either own or rent or lease for everyone. You don't ever, forever. Do you ever see that changing?
It's not going to change. And somebody also said, you know, buy land because they're not making any more of it. Here's the bottom line. The bottom line is real estate is extremely inexpensive right now. It is the best time. It is the best time to possibly buy real estate.
In the last 70 years, this is the best time.
This is the best time. Real estate is cyclical. And we can see it going like this over time. You can track the last 50 years of interest rates, real estate sales, and everything else. Now is the time. It is the best opportunity in the last 50 years or longer. So I'll tell my friend who says, you're not a historian, fine, I'm not a historian, but I've been doing this for 20 years, and I've seen the market go up, and I've seen the market go down, and there has not been a time like this in our lifetimes where you can get such an incredible deal on real estate with incredibly low interest rates. So now is the time. My first real estate transaction, I actually put offers on 6 or 7 properties to begin with before I bought that first piece of real estate.
What did you earn on the first one?
It was $119,000. It's well documented because it was one of those no money down deals. It was
Well,
really
if you divide 10 into 100,000, that's $10,000 for every one that didn't work.
Well, not only that, I didn't have to put out any money on the ones that didn't work. That's the beauty about real estate too. You don't have any money. You don't have a job. You've got bad credit. You can still go buy a piece of real estate today within 30 days from right now, wherever you are in the country. I don't care what city you're in. I don't care what state. I don't care what color you are. I don't care how much money you have in the bank. I don't care what you did or have done for a living. Right now, you can go out and you can buy a piece of real estate today with no money down. Right now.
You can buy it and you'll find some investor to invest in it, and they're investors looking for somebody that wants to do what you and I call the sweat equity. Find the property that works.
There's the 2 basic, most simple ways to make money in real estate is either buy the property yourself and you save it for use it for positive cash flow, or fix it up and sell it down the road.
Tax benefits,
right? Or what you can do is you can find the property and then find an investor and flip that property to someone else. Some people call it a double close, whatever you want to call it. You can go out and you can use the tools, use the strategies, use the techniques, use my 20 years. I did all the work for 20 years.
You consolidated all that information. All you got to do is open it up, read it, and then do the do.
Yeah, and I was like you, like the person on the couch with no money, with no job, totally scared, didn't know what the heck I was going to do.
And no hope and no future.
Yeah, 1 of 14 kids. Come on, I was sharing a shower with, my whole family was in there. Come on. I did it.
Now, there's a little mother out there, divorced, 3 kids. She got fired yesterday. She's hanging on by a thread. She's saying, God, I hope something when I flip through this TV, I'll save my little butt. Can she really make money in 30 days?
She can make money in...
Give me an example of somebody who's done it.
Well, I had somebody just recently that I helped write a contract on a piece of property. They would have loved to have made $50,000 or $100,000, but they needed $500 right now. And I told them how to go out, identify a piece of property, lock it up. Now this person, his name's Dave, and Dave didn't have any money. Dave didn't have good credit. Dave didn't have a job. But what Dave had was a little bit of time and the willingness.
And desire.
Yes.
You got to have a white hot desire, rockets of desire.
Look, you know, people get paralyzed by fear. And so what they do is that makes them not act. Dave he overcame his fear, went out, tied up a piece of property, and in less than 10 days, assigned that piece of property to someone else and sold it for a $5,000 profit. $5,000 in less than 10 days. And
changed his life.
It did change his life because what that
did. That's $500 a day for 10 days.
It is, okay, $500 a day for 10 days, $5,000, but now his mindset is changed too. Wait, if I did it once, I can do it again.
Positive, buoyant.
And guess what else? Now he went up, and I just talked to him a couple days ago, and he tied up another piece of property, and he was able to use some of my no money down techniques, and he's not going to have an investor on this property. He's going to buy the property himself. I try to teach people this. Look, if you've got money and you've got good credit and you can qualify for a loan or go out and get financing, great. Right now you can make an unbelievable amount of money. But if you don't have any money, if you don't have good credit, if you don't have a job, if you have no training or no education, and you follow the techniques, the step-by-step system, you can go out, you can tie up property, and you can make money within 30 days. People are doing it across America right now. My daughter's going to be going to college next year, and I told her now is the time that she and I are going to make sure that we understand all these techniques, because she and I together are going to buy a property for her to live in and rent out to her roommates like I did in college. I was renting a room in a house, and all my roommates and I were paying rent to the landlord. And I thought, wait a second. I can do this. I can do this. So I went out, used the techniques, used the strategies that I now teach people how. I went out and bought a piece of property, and then I rented rooms to my roommates. Then they paid the mortgage for me. So I'm going to do this with my daughter. It's going to be something that she and I are going to do together. It's going to bring us closer together. It's going to help her in college. It's going to set her up so that 18, 19, 20 years old, she's already on her way to financial independence. I'm going to help her do it right now. The other reason I like real estate so much, this is critical. A lot of people think, well, you know, I'm a minority, or I'm a woman, or I don't have military. I don't have good credit. Whatever they perceive, whatever they see it as some sort of obstacle. I don't look at it like that, and neither does real estate. Real estate doesn't care that you don't have any money. It doesn't care that you don't have a job. It doesn't care that you didn't go to college. It doesn't care that you're scared. All it cares about is
Somebody buy me.
But you gotta buy the right one.
Okay, all right. Okay. Now, how do we find the right one?
You gotta find the right one. The formula is simple. It's simple. Anybody can understand
It's like baking a cake.
Baking a cake that's something that is simple. There's instructions. You follow the instructions. You put the ingredients in.
I never went to school, but I could bake a cake.
You can, yeah, okay. Well, but you don't want to get burned. You know, you don't want to stick your hand in the oven and get burned. So you're going to follow all the instructions and make sure you do it the right way. If you do that, I'm telling you right now, and I know that it's scary for people. I know that they're afraid, and I know that jumping in for the first time gets them scared. But if they get in the proper way, if they do what I instruct them to do, they're going to be successful. Look, I've been doing this for 20 years, and I've seen every different type of business come across my desk, all kinds of different opportunities. And the more successful I got, more people would bring me different things. People were trying to get me to invest in this and invest in that. I have never seen anything with the positive rate of return like real estate. You just got to know when to buy, and you got to know when to sell. And that's what I teach.